Hello, 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 you amazing, fabulous people. Hey, I thought I would jump on today and share some thoughts with this upcoming new moon. I know a lot of people like to set intentions, and it is a really great time to do that as like the slate is being wiped clean as the sun and moon come together in the sky, representing who you are, where you're going, and your emotional well-being. So it is a really great time to stop and take stock of your life and make some intentions. Now, with always, we have stronger energies at all times. So a new moon is always going to ask us what energies are going on at this time. So this is a Gemini new moon. And Gemini is about curiosity, having fun, thinking through things, communicating, small gatherings. It is about seeing things in all different perspectives, really being able to see what comes in between the night and day, or the sunset and the sunrise, because there's so many different phases between it. We want to see all those colors. It's getting curious to ask ourselves, what's going on? Are we seeing things in a polarized way? And if we are, what's in between? When we are talking about a new moon, we always want to think about it beforehand. Sorry, my eyes. I like setting the intentions and going into the feeling. I am a feeling person. So depending what you want to be or want to, how to approach it and how you set your intentions, the balsamic new moon, or the balsamic moon, pardon me, not new moon, is a great time to really settle the past moon phase and decide how you want to move forward. So the balsamic moon phase is so easy. It's so easy to tell when it's there. It's always a couple days-ish before the new moon, and you'll be able to tell that it's hit, because if you go out and look at the sky, you won't be able to see the moon. It will be completely dark like it is at the new moon. However, it will not have hit the new moon moment. And that is why I am throwing this video out here right now. So I would imagine we are in the balsamic moon phase before the Gemini moon hits. The Gemini new moon hits at 10:37 p.m. the 17th of June, which is Saturday where I'm at. I am in Mountain Time. So if you're in the US and you're back east, it would be 12:37 p.m., meaning it would be the 18th on Sunday. So these few days before that time hits, it's a really good time to retrospect and think about the past moon phase, which was a new moon in Taurus. Now that new moon in Taurus, simply spoken, was about starting new foundations. There was a bit of a push and pull with it, a stop and start, almost kind of like going, when you mix the full moon energy as well in that cycle. There's a push, a drive to get really firm about a new beginning in life. And then there were some questions and maybe some emotional or thought processes that maybe took you 2 steps back. And then you take a step forward, and then maybe you'd go 1 step back and 2 steps forward. So it's a good time to really reminisce about, since I can't remember what the date of that new moon was, about 28 days ago, reminisce about what have you started, and then what have you maybe questioned or faltered or felt like, I want to build, but I'm also deconstructing. So you were taking something apart while you were actually building. Now, that could be a goal. That could be like, hey, I'm going to start in this direction. And so you're taking apart or trying to break some of those habits from a direction you were going, or a habit that you were going before that. And it could have also come out of the eclipse season. You could have gotten shocked. That was before the Taurus new moon. So it was, March-ish, April-ish time frame. Like, what kind of shocked you? What made you stop and realize you wanted to go another direction? This past new moon was forming that solid foundation to move towards it with some questions involved. And then this new moon comes and asks you, all right, so you were pretty firm, you were pretty fixed on where you wanted to go. You really started in a certain direction, yet things kept coming up. Maybe situations with other people, or money, or really anything. And you just felt like, oh my gosh, I keep getting pulled back and I'm going back to that habit. But I'm trying to strive forward. And now we're at a point at this Gemini moon where we're asking ourselves to get really curious and see maybe if we want to alter that plan a bit, not lose course, but take this month, this new moon time from the June 17th to July 17th, that's the next new moon, and really watch and see the course. Get curious about, what have you romanticized? Now, there are some reasons for that I want to go into. Every new moon cycle, at the moment it happens, so that's going to be 10:37 p.m. Mountain Time on Saturday, June 17th. It is embedded with the energies that are going on at that time. So those become really strong significators. And what's happening at that time is Saturn in the sky is stationing retrograde. That means going backwards. So in normal terms, like not astrology lingo or energy lingo, that means something you've been working for is halting and going to start asking you if it's something you really want. So it's something you really want. Now, this is a long cycle, and you probably got a hint around March 11th, I believe. Go back and watch. Rob Barnes and I did a Hump Day astrology video speaking about the Saturn retrograde, and I'll put the link in that for that video in the comments, so that you can really get a good idea what that is. So that is happening right at the same time as this new moon, as well as Mercury has just dropped a tidbit of information. So Mercury is your mind, your communication, how you portray some of these things, how you're able to speak, all of this in your lap. Boom, here, I'm going to give you some insights, boom, of what you've been working for that maybe is going to become hard. And now you're going to have to decide, is this something I want to move forward with? At the same time, we are getting I always like to look at the next conversation of energies after the new moon that the sun and moon have, and that is with Neptune in Pisces. So Pisces and Gemini are very strong in this new moon. Neptune and Saturn are both in Pisces, and the sun, the moon, and Mercury are all in Gemini. So I'm going to pull up the chart for this new moon, and we're going to talk about what that means a little bit. So here we are. This is the sign of Pisces, and this is the sign of Gemini. And see how we have this little symbol, looks the same as this. And this is Mercury, this is the sun, and this is the moon. And they're all in Gemini at this new moon time. So we have a pretty strong mind placement because Mercury is at home and feels really good and rules Gemini. So Mercury's in a good position for itself, yet it is having this tough conversation with Saturn. So here we go over here with Pisces, and there's Saturn in Pisces and Neptune with Pisces. And this chart is set for mountain time, where I'm at, for the new moon time. So this is what the energies would look like. So let me break this down for you in simple terms. We have two signs that are what is called mutable. So what is mutable? There are three different phases of signs. One is called cardinal, one is called fixed, one is called mutable. Cardinal is where you start something, where you decide you're just going for it and you take action and off you go. Fixed is where you're like, I'm staying on course. This is what I'm doing. And that is what the Taurus new moon, that was the quality of that new moon. Now we have moved to the mutable, which is where it's like, well, where do I need to shift this idea a bit to decide what's best for me? Like something isn't working, so it's got to be shifted a bit so I can start on my direction again. All of the mutable signs, which are Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, and Sagittarius, they all change the plan a little differently. Gemini is going to change it in a way that's a mind way, that's a thought way. It can have to do with relationships and how you communicate and relate with others. Pisces is going to be more of a feeling, and I just kind of I'm in this caught up and swept up in this romanticized feeling of life and how it is. It's a sign that quite literally just wants to walk with God. He doesn't really care how he gets there. He just wants to do it. It is very spiritual. It is meditation. So that's actually would be a great thing this month to really dive into is meditation, because that is, I know you're supposed to let go of your mind. I still think your mind's involved with meditation. So it's a mind spiritual activity. That would be a really great thing for you to probably dive and practice this month. We have so I don't know, it was really funny. I was trying to really think about these energies and what could really give a great idea for them, because, you know, we have air, we have waters, we have feelings, we have thoughts, we have mutables. So it's like, how are we going to change our path a little bit? What way are we going to take? And then we have this hardness coming in, this, wow, I'm going to have to rethink this. Do I really want to work for something? And it's kind of been there in a romanticized way. So I thought, gosh, what would that be? And to me, I thought of the movie Forrest Gump. Someone mentioned it the other day, and that just kind of popped into my head, because Gemini can jump from thing to thing to thing to thing to feel fulfilled. So it just made me laugh and think about, what was that phrase? He always said, life is like a box of chocolates. And it made me giggle as I thought about opening a box of chocolates and seeing all the different types of chocolates. That would be such a Geminian thing. And then the romanticized part is you don't really know what's in the chocolate. So you're going to try one, you're taking a chance. But at that time, you're really hoping for whatever it is you like, and feeling like this chocolate can bring you such great joy and pleasant feeling, you know, and then you bite into it and maybe it wasn't quite what you were expecting. I don't love like cherry covered chocolates. So to me, that would be like that dream just got shattered. Funny enough, Forrest Gump was filmed and released when Saturn was in Pisces. So if you think about it, it is kind of this love romanticized story with someone who tries like a whole bunch of different things, which is a Gemini quality. Like, go try different things, see how you can shift that plan. And it was also very sad. There were so many sad, hard life lessons in that movie where the illusion of what Forrest Gump thought something was changed. And he had to shift gears and go a different direction. And he did that multiple times. I really thought that demonstrated a lot of what's going to be going on this month. There is a thought, a feeling, a action you've been taking that has been romanticized. Kind of like he romanticized Jenny and didn't really quite see her. We all saw her. He just fully loved and accepted, which that's great. Let's fully love and accept. And then at the same time this month, be open to shifting gears a bit. That is what the energy is going to be for this new moon. So I would really take some time and think about some directions or foundations you've set in the past month. Something you've really wanted to work for that maybe felt a little aggravating sometimes because you took a step backwards or something happened that just made you take a few steps backwards. And that's okay. That doesn't mean give up. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is take a look at that. Like, maybe you didn't even realize you were building something. So get clear about what it was you've been either subconsciously or consciously going for and trying to build. And then during this new moon phase, watch what comes up from around March 11th to now, as Saturn turns retrograde, and see if something gets hard and decide, is this something I really want to work for? Now, you're going to keep getting asked that for a few months, but right now is a really good time with this mind quality to jump into it, kind of in that mind way that nurtures you. So really nurture yourself as you're sitting with these. If you want to, just sit with the thought without any judgment. Just maybe watch and see what's been happening, like rewind your life and watch, just like a movie, and see there is going to be a point where something is going to have to be decided. Since we're on a movie theme, it's kind of like you're going to a movie theater to see. You're so excited. You've romanticized this new movie that you want to go see, and you're so excited, and you get there and it's not working. So a decision is going to be made only because internally you're having an angsty feeling that causes, it's no one's fault, no one's making it happen, it's within you that's causing you to take an action and make a decision. And that action and decision would be really great if it was like a shifting of the strategy, or you're seeing something you've been building, just shifting it a bit to help it come to fruition more. As you're asking, is this really worth it? Is this something I want to work for? Saturn can be hard. It can be, it's just climbing that mountain day after day after day and deciding this is something I'm going to work for. It is an earth energy. It is, keep going. I don't care if you're not having fun. If it's something you want to work for, you will karmically have blessings if you continue doing it. But if you look at these energies, you have Pisces right here. And if you just take a line out, it would go this way, right? And then you come across here and you find the Gemini line. It's representative of a house, but it's where the cusp is for Gemini. If you don't understand that, just ignore it. I just don't want people to think I think it's a Gemini line. It goes this way. So in all reality, these two are going in completely opposite directions. And that's where that angstiness comes in. They are both mutable signs. They are both signs that like want to change the direction a bit, but they want to do it in completely different directions. One's going this way, one's going this way. So that's what causes that angst inside of you that says, oh my gosh, this is like building up and I really want to decide or make a decision or change something or take an action because it's disturbing me. If you can take the two qualities of what they represent and merge them, understanding it will be a more mind thought process that will look at what you're, daydreaming about. It can be a daydream feeling. It can be so creative and imaginative. So where do you want to merge those two ideas and bring them into fruition for you? That's what this new moon is going to be. And I have really found this past year-ish that really working with the energies brings such great blessings, at least for me. So as all you know, I've been starting to create intention bracelets and charging them, just like you charge your crystals or walk outside to feel the sun on you. It brings a feeling. And I'm starting to create an intention bracelet for every cycle. I'm super excited about that. And this cycle is called Play. It's on my website at astrologyandsoul.com under intention bracelets. And what this bracelet does, it really taps into the energy of lightening up. It is absolutely a mind energy that really helps you process things quickly. I don't even know how to explain it. When I have this energy and I'm working with it and it's on my body in bracelet form or oil form or even in a humidifier in the room, it's just really enjoyable. It makes things feel fun. And I've had situations come up that could have turned into a fight. And instead, what happened is my mind did this click, 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 like, what do I want? What do I want to get out of this experience? What do I want? And it was not a fight. So it's just this pleasant resonance inside of you that it really turned me, instead of like snapping back, I just kind of got spunky and funny and was like, hey, I can't even remember what it was. The thing that really sat with me was like, holy crap, that's not how I'm normally wired. And I turned that to fun humor in my mind instead of my natural, which would be like sarcastic and probably a little biting. So with this energy that we're having, where we may get a little angsty, things may feel a little hard. I put this charge together for these intention bracelets to help it just lighten up and feel fun. And really there is a creative component. So it is based off of, even if you're working on a project for work or a creative thing, it helps your mind open up and flow to become more creative. Yet at the same time, it's just really an enjoyable feeling. You can use it when you're going to go out and about for the evening, or if there's a situation you're feeling little social anxiety before you go. I have been beta testing this for a few weeks now, and I always go into stuff like this neutral, and this genuinely really has made time just feel so much more pleasant and kind of go with the flow. So if you're interested in that, make sure you contact me or go on my website. Again, it's astrologyandsoul.com. I'll put that in the comments as well. I hope to start a new moon circle, and my intention with that would be to have the new moon circle before, probably in the balsamic phase or right before, so that people can get clear on their intentions. You never, ever, 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 ever. It's such a pet peeve of mine. I laugh because I get so freaking annoyed when I see people on social media talk about a new moon or set your intentions or this is and it hasn't happened yet, especially the new moon circles or gatherings where you're actually there setting intentions. You never want to do that until, until the new moon has actually occurred. Otherwise, what you're doing is you're tapping into the past cycle, and it's not, that's, you're going to be hitting that blank slate and whenever it comes, so hours, days, whatever, and then that it's just kind of erased. Now I know, like in life, intentions are intentions and you can still whatever, but if you want to get the oomph and the power behind your intentions, you always do your new moon ritual, whatever, after the new moon has actually occurred, which is 10:37 p.m. on the 17th of June. The balsamic time, just for a quick reference again, is a great time to get really deep and intuitive meaning and just insight from you, your soul, God, angels, whoever you call, whatever you call your deity, to really give you insights into a great direction for you to go, what intentions could be. The ancient civilizations use this balsamic moon time to really tap in and try to figure out the secrets or make some decisions as to what way they wanted to go before the new moon occurred. So it's a great time to do that. I hope to start that class. I hope you guys have a beautiful new moon and take some time seriously to stop and ask yourself, how can I shift what I've been doing a bit in ways that has seemed maybe hard and I've been pulled backwards, and asking myself if it's really worth it. It's just a shifting at this point of something that could be totally minor. So good luck. Have a great day. Amazing, amazing people. And I hope to see you soon. Mwah! Love you all. Bye-bye. Maybe bye-bye. Trying to. Now really, it's bye-bye.